Did you know that your garden can bloom with life all year round, with each season bringing its own harvest? A garden isn't just a summer joy, it's a year-round journey. And this journey is what we call seasonal gardening. Seasonal gardening is an age-old practice that embraces nature's rhythm, allowing us to enjoy a variety of fresh fruits, vegetables, and flowers throughout the entire year. It's a dance with the seasons, a continuous cycle of planting, growing, harvesting, and preparing. But it's not just about having fresh produce at your fingertips. Seasonal gardening comes with a host of benefits that extend beyond the garden gate. For starters, it's a boon for the environment. Every plant you grow is a tiny carbon sink, pulling carbon dioxide out of the air and storing it in the soil. When you garden seasonally, you extend this benefit throughout the year, maximizing your garden's potential to combat climate change. Seasonal gardening is also a ticket to better health. Fresh, homegrown produce is packed with nutrients, and the act of gardening itself is a form of exercise. It's a chance to get outside, breathe in fresh air, and soak up some vitamin D. Plus, there's something incredibly therapeutic about getting your hands in the soil and nurturing a plant from seed to harvest. And let's not forget about food quality. When you grow your own food, you're in control. You know exactly what's going into your soil and onto your plants. This means you can avoid harmful pesticides and grow the most nutritious, delicious produce possible. But perhaps the most enticing aspect of seasonal gardening is the sheer diversity it offers. Each season comes with its own unique set of plants to sow and harvest. In the spring, you can look forward to fresh greens and early berries. The summer brings a bounty of tomatoes, cucumbers, and peppers. Autumn is the time for root vegetables and squashes, and even winter has its offerings with hardy greens and citrus fruits. With a little planning, you can have a productive garden all year round. So, are you ready to embark on your seasonal gardening journey? Spring, a season of rebirth and renewal, is a great time to start your garden. It's the moment when nature awakens from its winter slumber, and the earth seems to hum with potential. And in your garden, it's the perfect time for sowing seeds that will burst into life as the season progresses. So what should you be planting in spring? A whole host of wonderful plants. Think about sowing seeds for hardy annuals like sunflowers and sweet peas. Also consider planting vegetables like radishes, lettuce, and peas. They'll thrive in the cool spring weather and give you a quick harvest. But don't forget your perennials. Spring is an excellent time to plant perennials like daylilies, peonies, and hostas. These plants will return year after year, adding vibrant color and texture to your garden. Now how about some spring gardening tasks? Well, first and foremost, it's all about preparing the soil. Clear away any remaining winter debris, and turn your soil to expose it to the warming spring sun. This will help to speed up the thawing process. Next, consider adding compost or a slow-release granular fertilizer to your soil. This will replenish any nutrients that were depleted over winter, and give your plants a nutritious boost right from the get-go. Also, remember to prune any shrubs or trees that bloom in summer. Pruning in spring allows you to shape these plants before they start their major growth spurt, and ensures they'll look their best when they bloom. Now you might wonder, why do certain plants thrive in spring? It's all about the longer days and the increase in sunlight. These conditions trigger a growth response in plants, making spring the ideal time for them to grow and develop. With these tips, your spring garden will be off to a great start. You'll be able to watch as your garden transforms, with each seed you've planted sprouting into a plant that will bring beauty and perhaps delicious produce to your life. So grab your gardening gloves and let's embrace the magic that is spring gardening. Summer, the season of abundance, brings a plethora of gardening opportunities. With the sun high in the sky and days stretching out before us, our gardens become a vibrant haven, teeming with life and colors. In the heart of summer, you'll be reaping the rewards of your spring planting efforts. It's the perfect time to harvest heat-loving veggies like tomatoes, peppers, and zucchinis. These sun worshippers thrive under the intense summer heat, their flavors enriched and intensified by the sun's rays. And let's not forget the sweet, juicy berries, strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries, that add a burst of flavor to your summer salads and desserts. But summer gardening isn't just about harvesting. It's also the time to sow quick-growing crops like beans and cucumbers, ensuring a continuous supply of fresh produce well into the fall. Now, let's talk about some summer gardening tasks. Watering becomes crucial during the hot, dry months of summer. Early morning or late evening are the best times to water your plants, helping to prevent evaporation and ensuring that your plants stay hydrated. And remember, summer is a prime time for pests. Keep an eye out for any unwanted visitors and use eco-friendly pest control methods to keep them at bay. Companion planting can be a great way to deter pests organically. For example, planting basil alongside your tomatoes not only makes for a delicious pairing in the kitchen, but basil's strong scent can help deter pests like aphids and hornworms. So why do certain plants flourish in summer? It's all about sunlight and heat. Many plants, especially fruit and vegetable crops, need a good dose of sunshine to produce their best yields. The long days of summer provide just that, giving these plants ample time to photosynthesize and grow. There's something incredibly rewarding about tending to your garden in the summer. Watching your plants thrive under the warm sun, picking fresh produce straight off the vine, and enjoying the fruits of your labor in a delicious summer meal. It's a joy that every gardener can attest to. Proper care during summer will ensure a bountiful harvest. And as you savor the tastes of summer, remember to keep planting and nurturing your garden for the seasons to come. Autumn, the season of harvest, is a time to reap the rewards of your hard work. As the leaves change color and the days grow shorter, your garden transforms into a cornucopia of vibrant fruits and vegetables, all ripe for the picking. Imagine the satisfaction of harvesting pumpkins, gourds, and squash, their warm hues reflecting the essence of autumn. Picture the joy of plucking off crisp apples and pears from the trees, their sweet aroma wafting through the air. And let's not forget root vegetables like carrots, beets, and parsnips that thrive in the cooler temperatures, waiting to be unearthed and savored in hearty fall meals. But autumn is not just about harvesting. It's also a crucial time for preparing your garden for the upcoming winter months. One of the key tasks is to clean up your garden. Remove any spent plants and add them to your compost pile, a natural way to recycle garden waste and create nutrient-rich soil for the next growing season. Remember to mulch your garden beds. Mulch acts like a blanket, protecting your soil and plant roots from the harsh winter weather. It also helps to retain moisture and suppress weeds. Straw, shredded leaves, or compost can all be used as mulch. And while you might think that planting is a spring activity, autumn is actually a great time to plant perennials, trees, and shrubs. The cool weather and warm soil create the perfect conditions for root growth, giving your plants a head start when spring arrives. Why do certain plants thrive in autumn? It all comes down to temperature and daylight. Many plants prefer the cooler temperatures and shorter days of autumn to mature and develop their flavors. Plus, the warm soil allows roots to grow longer into the season. So why not give autumn gardening a go? It's a season that offers a bountiful harvest, a chance to prepare your garden for winter, and the opportunity to witness your garden's transformation. With these autumn gardening tips, you can prepare your garden for the colder months ahead. Winter, the season of rest, is an important time for garden maintenance and planning for the year ahead. Even as the chill descends, it's time to roll up our sleeves and prepare for the coming months. Winter is not a time for your garden to be dormant, but rather, it's a period for certain plants to thrive, and for crucial gardening tasks to take place. Let's highlight some key plants that you can sow during these colder months. Garlic is a fantastic option to consider. It's a hardy plant that loves the cold weather, and it's also a treat for your kitchen. Another great choice is broad beans. They're robust, and their sturdy nature allows them to survive the winter frost. Shallots and onions are also excellent choices to plant during this time. They require a long growing season and will be ready for harvest in the summer. Now, onto winter gardening tasks. Mulching is one of them. It involves applying a layer of organic material over the soil surface. This helps to protect the soil from winter weather, retain moisture, and improve soil fertility for the upcoming growing season. Pruning is another essential winter task. Pruning fruit trees and shrubs during the winter months will encourage healthy growth in spring. It's all about giving your plants the best possible start for the year ahead. But why do certain plants survive the cold winter months? Well, these plants have adapted to thrive in colder climates. They have mechanisms like anti-freeze proteins that prevent ice from forming in their cells, allowing them to withstand freezing temperatures. So, don't let the winter season deter you from gardening. It's a time to sow, protect, and prepare. It's a time to embrace the chill and anticipate the bounty that spring will bring. Your garden may appear to be asleep in winter, but with these tips, it will be ready to burst into life in spring.